Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube and the world, so welcome back to another Kyle Minger Show video. And today, guys, you guys have finally been waiting for the final moment on the Kyle Minger Show that I'm now going to be doing the second. Well, I didn't really do the first review for the show for this first season, but I am going to be doing the second season review for The Witcher. And it took me a little while because I was watching other stuff at the time, so it took me a little longer. So I'm sorry if you guys had to wait for the longest time. But before I continue on, so if you guys are new or just coming in and you guys are just returning subscribers, normally what I normally do on the Comedy Show, I normally just do reviews for like TV shows on Netflix or Disney Plus, or movie reviews, or when I see them in theaters. And sometimes I do channel reactions, unboxing videos, gaming videos, and sometimes I would do theory videos with me and my buddy Wes. And we haven't done a video together in a little while just because there's nothing out there right now coming out in the theaters yet. So surprisingly enough, next month in February, there's going to be two movies that are going to be coming out I want to go see: Moonfall and Uncharted. And then I'll definitely be doing some reviews for those, so stay tuned for that. And there's also going to be another one coming out, and I believe in March, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and which I cannot wait for. And then April is going to be Morbius, and I can't wait for that. And then in May, we have Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness coming out on my birthday, May 6th. So before I continue on, I'm just going to say that, I've been really enjoying The Witcher Season 2. I love how they accelerate with the story between Cersei and Geralt, and apparently that he's been slowly finding out that she's technically kind of like her child in a way, but not really. But I just love the the bond between him and her. And then in this season, they're basically trying to bond more, and he's trying to train her to become a warrior at the compound where where Geralt went for the procedures of turning into himself as a Witcher. So we got Vesemir, one of his leaders at the castle, where he was the person helped him to become a Witcher. And I just think it's kind of a cool way how they did this, and as like a realistic value for the show, and having like a live action feel from the video games to the real life, which I kind of like how they're doing this these days now, which I really want to start looking into getting on Paramount Plus, because I really want to try and watch the new Halo show that's supposed to be coming out on there, but I don't have Paramount Plus. But anyways, I'm gonna watch the last episode of The Witcher season 2, episode 8, and it's called Family. And it's only like 49 minutes away from being done. I'm like 6 minutes in, but I wanted to stop watching just so I can do my intro and then tell you guys what I think about the show. And hopefully, sometimes you guys actually really love how I do this, just because a lot of people out there just go straight towards the review without doing an introduction of like how I do this. So but I really appreciate it. So if you guys want to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys get notified when I do post. I appreciate that too. So you guys will know when I post. So I know you guys will say like, what you normally post like random days sometimes. Well, I normally try to post like Wednesdays and on Saturdays when I can. But sometimes I will have like my odd days where I want to sleep in, and I wouldn't actually do a video on Saturday. I would do it on the day before, day after. So I know sometimes my videos can be like out of the video schedule, but it's working while I'm trying to like think of the videos I want to do and give you guys the content you guys need. And so before further ado, I'm gonna stop with my intro, and I'm gonna go straight to the episode. And then after you guys know the drill, I'm gonna give up my honest opinions, what I thought about the show and for season 2. Hey guys, so welcome back to another part of the video, and I'm gonna be doing my full review for season 2 of The Witcher. Now, first things off, I really actually did enjoy how the show escalated, and I just gotta say that throughout the entire season, everyone in each region of the world is trying to get to Cersei, not Cersei, but Ciri, is trying to get to Ciri, and trying to use her is as a weapon, or B, as a world savior. And a lot of people want to use her as a weapon and actually use her to, wreak havoc with the world. And basically, Geralt is trying to protect her from people trying to snatch her. And so, basically, for the entire season, we get to see him and her bond, and she's trying to use her gift as trying to use her powers for, good. But in the process, when she sees somebody that she really cares about gets hurt, or they get, under the weather, and she starts using her powers in a weird way, and she causes like something like to crack, or she gets teleported somewhere with Geralt, and there's like, where are we, and all that crazy stagne. And so, but yeah, I just think it was really awesome, and I really liked how it was, after the first season, we saw Geralt and Yennefer battle with each other to help, clear things up with the war in Sodden. And then during the process, Yennefer lost her powers, and during the second season, she's trying to find a way to, regain her powers back and gain that chaos, and that ultimate power that she gained from, turning herself beautiful from the beginning of season 1. And so she's trying to find Geralt again, and she's trying to find Ciri. And then during the process, we got to see more of, Geralt's homeland, where all the, Witchers go to be born and be created. So they went to the fortress where everything happened, and basically Geralt decides to investigate the monolith that that collapsed in Sintra, that Ciri caused to fall over and crack and make this like freaking chasm cannon in the open fields of the Sintra area, and that's where she's from. And then the big truth about Ciri is apparently her bloodline from from her family is not really part of her. She's part of something else. Apparently, she's actually half elf, surprisingly, and some what was it called, something like dark. No, was it dark? No, it was like elf. It was like dark elvish bloodline or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but basically she has some rare blood in order to to use the power of chaos. She has ultimate power of untamed power, and during the process of some of the episodes, we see Yennefer trying to train her how to use her powers, and other countries are trying to find out where she is because she left home with Geralt, and then they want to try to use her to bring balance to everything. And during the second season, we had Yennefer, a queen, elven lady, and this was she like a servant or something? And then they come to this hut, and then they actually made deal to this one old witch lady in order to bring pain and suffering. So just in order for her to escape and wreak havoc on the world again, because apparently the witches of the old were able to vessel her in her hut for a very long time. And during the process, we we got to see most of that. The queen elven lady, made a deal that she wants to have a baby, and during that process, something happened, and her child got killed by someone, and it made pain and hatred with her, which causing to gather energy and powers to the old witch hag, or whatever her name was. And that she was getting a lot of power from the pain and suffering, and then with more coming along the way from some of the other members, from that one, this one other lady wanted reputation for herself to become leader, and then we got Yennefer trying to get her powers back. So she made a deal with the old hags, says I want my powers back. I'll do anything to get them back. So she she had Yennefer to go and find Ciri, and it's like, I want you to bring her to me, and then I'll give you unbelievable power, so you can have your powers back. But she didn't do it in the process because she had a feeling if she did, she's gonna regret it. So she didn't do it. But she was. But the old hag was actually able to gather a whole bunch of like pain and suffering and hatred from this Queen Elven lady that decided to kill like all like the human babies in not in Centra, but it was like Nifgardian lands. There were like humans like harboring inside their city, and she was trying to figure out who killed her child, and she decides like, well, I'm gonna steal all the humans in these homes and kill all their babies. And I can hear in the background it went all silent, and there was these weird symbols going on the babies, and then all of a sudden they died, and we can hear some human mothers going, like, "Oh no, my baby, she died! Oh no!" So yeah, so she just went on having because she's like the loss of her child. She just gave birth to, and she's like, okay, I don't know who did it, but I'm gonna kill all these human babies that are all nearby, and so they can grieve on the pain that I had to go through. So all the people that are in the Nifgarden area gave all that pain and aggression out, and was able to give that old hag a lot of the power back to her, so in order for her to escape her vessel that the witch of the old casted in there to seal herself, but she was able to escape from. And then the old hag's main mission was to get to Ciri, because Ciri apparently has unbelievable power, and she wants to tap that into her in order to summon more of these beast-like creatures into the world. So in the last episode, we got to see a whole bunch of crazy shit happen. Excuse my language, but it was pretty awesome. And I like the fact, Yasker, the bard. There's an episode where he was like, he was singing for mostly part of it, and I think it was episode 5 or 4. I think I can't remember which one, but basically, he was singing, and everybody starts loving him, and apparently he's really famous in some parts of of the land. I don't remember what the land is called in The Witcher, but basically everyone knows him, has his making songs of the stories of Geralt killing monsters and stuff like that, and so people are just like, yeah, tell us more stories of your songs, and then he's like, okay, I'll be sure to make another song soon. It's just like, it will take me some time to figure it out. But since after season 2's over, he's probably gonna start making more songs after he helped Geralt to take care of the old hag that was infesting into Ciri's body, being possessed and all. And I actually really like some of the songs he was singing. I mean, I always like to toss a coin to your Witcher. I mean, that's always going to be my favorite one from season 1, because it was just a good song. But yeah, so I really liked it. It was cool, and we got to see like a lot of cool things happen. A lot of cool like references from the games. I think I kind of heard from, but I never actually played the games myself. But surprisingly enough, ooh. But yeah, from the last episode, there's not really a lot that happened, but it was really intense. So everything happened in the Witcher stronghold, and Ciri went there and started stabbing some of the Witchers while they're sleeping. So, and there's only like half left, and Vismir, Vismir is like is like the leader of the Witchers. He's the one that created Witchers from back then, and who created Geralt, and during the process, some of the episodes, we got to find out Ciri, it has unbelievable power, right? So apparently her blood can also be used to make this flower that can make more Witchers, and in one of the episodes, she was actually being trained by Geralt how to be a warrior so she can protect herself. And there's this training ground at their fortress, and during the process, she did bleed herself, and in some parts of the training grounds, there were flowers that were blooming from the snow. And when Bismir was going out for a stroll for one of the episodes, he noticed flowers that he knew that he used back then how to make witchers, and he showed this one lady named Triss, that which is one of Geralt's good friends. She basically showed her like, yeah, these are flowers that I used to use to make remedies or the substance to make witchers, and those were the areas that Ciri was training, and when she bled, and he's getting the picture of her power or whatever's in her blood created that flower, and he wants to use her to make more. He wants to use her to make more witchers during for more generations to come. So, and there's a lot of other people want to use her for as a weapon in order to like destroy the world. So basically, this one old hag that that I was talking about that wanted to get out of her hut, and in order to use Ciri to bring out more, demons to overcome the world, and which kind of what happened during the last episode, where apparently there's these things called monoliths, and these monoliths, are like nests that's house like mysterious monsters from the deep, and there's this one in Centra that where she's from, and she was able to knock it over one day while I think it was in season 1, I believe, or was it season 2? I think it was in season 1. She was I don't remember which episode it was in season 1, but I think it was like almost close to the end of the season. I think somebody died, I believe. I don't remember who it was, but then she was screaming so loud, the monolith from all the way in the distance of Centra fell over, and it made a freaking giant chasm, split the ground in half, and everything was all shattered. And I think a monster came out too. I think. I don't remember, but a creature came out in that little chasm, in the episode. Was it 7 or was it 6? Oh, season 2. I think it was 7. Yes. And so Geralt and this one other mage dude saw like this creature being formed up with all these like black looking like shards, and went through along the chasm, and it came around the corner when Geralt was trying to walk forward. It was just like this one like winged creature. What did he call it? I don't remember what he called. It was like was it the sound of a D or something? I can't remember. I can't remember what he called it, but it was like a vicious beast. It was like really cool, and he was actually I think he was actually able to kill it, and then he was able to get back to Ciri at the stronghold where she's being safe from from the other witchers, and then we find out that her blood and could be used to make other witchers, and then he was actually able to like convince her to come along or stay along, and they were trying to piece more like things together. And when he found out why Yennefer was there in the process to like capture her, to use her to like get her powers back, and Geralt didn't have no intensities with Yen. Is like, yeah, I thought I loved you better than this. You just wanted to use Ciri so you just get your powers back, because the old hag that got free was able to say something like that to Yennefer when it's like, yeah, I know you wanted to get your powers back, but it didn't work. I got it in another way. So it was pretty interesting. I really liked how the episode escalated. I know a lot of things happened, and I kind of liked how I know I'm not really like gathering a lot of information from season 2, but I'm just saying the most things I really liked, what episodes I really enjoyed. So just like, yeah, but anyways, I do like the fights in the show. I do like the bard Yasker with his songs of mischief, and how he how he had his travels with Geralt. And then we have Yennefer trying to go through the entire season, trying to get her powers back, which she actually does end up getting her powers back during the end of the episode of of season 2, and she was able to get it back after, you know, she convinced the demon-like witch to vessel inside of her body, and then, you know, Ciri was able to use her powers to create a portal using the monolith, and she was able to cast that, you know, old witch in there. And here's the thing: they ended up throwing her in a place where these weird like horse-like henchmen come out, and she was able to possess one of them, and it turned into this like, you know, like this black, I don't know, it was like a black knight or something, and then it looks like a weird like creature, like weird like night creature thing, and then they were able to escape. And then on the other hand, Geralt mentions like that's the Wild Hunt. And I was like, wait, is that a reference for The Witcher 3? So it's like, oh my god, that's kind of cool. So either way, I really did like how that escalated. It was really cool. And then Yennefer got her powers back, and then she was able to heal some of the witchers that were in the room, and we got to see her a little bit of her purple eyes again. And yeah, so there's this one episode I did really like where there's this a friend that Geralt has where he had got cursed, where he was like this boar like person, and he was able to like whiz like his hand to like bring like plates into the room, or was like bring a tub into the room so Ciri can have a tub. That guy was kind of cool, but he had this love interest with this weird creature, but Geralt had no choice than to like kill it because the creature was feasting on, you know, him in order to survive. But he really loved that creature as a, you know, as a pet or thing. But, you know, he had no choice than to kill it. But it broke the curse on that dude. I really liked that episode. It was pretty interesting. But yeah, so I think for the rating for the show, I think this is gonna give it a 8 point. I'll give it an 8 point. I'll give it an 8.2 out of 10. It was good. I really liked it, but it was slow in some episodes. But I'd like to see if they would, you know, escalate more, like, you know, fights in the next season, which is probably going to be another one. But yeah, I really liked it. It was good. It was quite exhilarating for me, and I can't wait to see what's going to be up for the next one. Don't know when that's going to be though. Probably the next couple of years from now. But yeah, so that concludes it. Thank you guys for watching, and if you guys want to see more reviews for The Witcher on the Comic Show, hit me down in the comments down below, and you know, hit the notification bell. Hit the subscribe button so you guys get notified when I do post on the Comic Show. And yeah, so I liked it. It was good. I really enjoyed it. So I think my next video probably going to be doing would be, I don't know yet, but I'll just stay tuned until I post my next video. And wherever you guys are in the world, good afternoon. I'll catch you guys next time. And stay safe out there. We're still kicking through this, you know, pandemic, and it's not going to go away anytime soon. And just be wary. Don't go too crazy. And see you guys next time.